Hello and welcome to the second part of this time-lapse video tutorial. In the last part we showed you how to use photo merge to align all of those images into one document and as separate layers. If we have a look over at the layers palette on the right hand side, we see all of those 7 images built up into one layered document. Now, unlike normally in Photoshop Elements, we've actually got layer masks attached directly to each of the image layers. So we've got layer masking in exactly the same way that we have layer masking in Photoshop CS. And the only way we can really do that is to use photo merge within Elements. Normally we'd use the cheating technique of creating an adjustment layer and then using the adjustment layer mask in order to reveal or hide detail, but here we've actually got proper layer masks. So there's quite a lot of flexibility and it's a lot quicker if we can do this. And you can only do that if you're using a series of images that you load in through the photo merge facility. Okay, so we've got that there ready. What we want to do now is just to crop the image in. We want to get the Abbey so it's over on the right hand side of the image, so that as it goes through from late afternoon to early evening, we can actually see the Abbey illuminate with all the lights. So we're going to crop the image in. First thing to do is just select your crop tool, so just click on the crop tool over on the tool palette on the left. Shortcut key for that is just C. Before we go into crop, just make sure that your aspect ratio is set to no restriction. If you've cropped things in previously to 8:10 or 5:6, then Elements will generally remember those settings and leave that there. So when you come to crop, it'll actually crop the image to that ratio. So just make sure you've used the drop down, gone to no restriction. Now just click up in the top left hand corner of the image and drag it all the way down to the bottom right, and it should confine that selection just to the area of the canvas. Once you've done that, hold down Shift, go down to the bottom right hand corner, click on the little anchor point, and we're just going to move that in so that it starts to approach the Abbey. Once we've done that, the black shaded area is the area that's going to be cropped out, and we can click anywhere within the crop area and just move that down and into position. So I just want to take that down a little bit. We've got the new car park and things down there on the bottom of the screen, and we can just see the hotel over on the right, and we've got Abbey just over on the right hand side of the image. So when we're happy with that, just click the green tick and that will commit the crop to that image. Okay, with that done, what we now want to do is just to resize the canvas. So we're going to go for 28 centimeters in width and a height of 20 centimeters. And the reason we're doing this is that when it comes to actually making each of those individual divisions of the image, it's just easier to work out. So we're going in divisions of 4. So if I go up to Image, Resize and Canvas Size, okay, at the moment I've got a width of 30 centimeters and a height of 20. So first of all, I'm going to take the width down to 28, and I'm going to take my height just down a little bit to 20. Just makes things easier as we go through the rest of the tutorial. I'm also just going to make sure that we cut in on the right hand side of the image, so I just use the anchor point selection just at the bottom. Once I'm happy, just click OK. It'll warn me that I'm going to actually clip into the canvas. We're happy with that, so just click proceed, and we've now cut the image. Next thing we want to do is just make sure our rulers are visible, so when it comes to actually dividing up the image, we can actually do that with the rules at the top of the and down the side of the screen. So if they're not already there, just go up to View and Rules. The shortcut for that is Shift Control R. Just zoom in so that we can see a little bit better. And before we start to divide the image up, we just want to sort out our layer masks. Now, if we just click on the very top layer, make sure that you're clicking into the layer mask, go Control A just to select all, hit delete, and then make sure in your color swatches that you've got black selected. Shortcut for toggling these swatches is X. Then we want to choose our paint bucket. Shortcut for that is just K. And then just fill the layer mask just to make sure that the whole of that layer mask is black. Now if we click down onto the next layer down, making sure that you've got the layer mask thumbnail selected, hit delete, K shortcut for our paint bucket, and we'll just fill that again with black. And if you just go through, it's just a cleaning up process really, just to make sure that the whole of the layer mask is filled with black and you don't have any white within that image. So continue down through, and when we get to the last layer, all we want to do is just remove the black so that it's white, showing the whole of the very final picture. With that done, we're going to click back onto the top layer mask, go Ctrl D to just deselect. We're going to choose our marquee tool, and then what we want to do is just go over to the far left hand side, just drag the marquee down and make a selection to 4 centimeters in. Then just hit X to toggle our colour swatches at the bottom, K to choose our paint, click once in that selection, and we've now got the first part of our scene revealed. Now that we've done that, go Ctrl D just to deselect, back over to our layer mask, click onto the second layer mask down, again select the marquee tool, just hit M, we're going up to 4 and across to 8, just release, and again hit K to select your paint tool, click, and we've revealed the second part of the image. And all we do now is we just go through the image doing exactly the same thing in 4 centimeter divisions until we've revealed all of the different images through the picture. Okay, so that's second to last layer done, and we can now see that we've got the image on the far left showing the nice sunlight at about 4:30 all the way through to the early evening light, and we've got all the lights of the Abbey appearing there as well. Okay, it'll take you a little bit of time to do that, but once you've done that, I'll see you in the next part where we'll just apply a drop shadow to each of these layers, and that'll just help to divide each of the sections up a little bit. And we'll just apply a few other techniques just to improve the quality of the picture.